Assalamualaikum and a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to this insightful forum on occupational safety and health, OSHA, legal requirements in business management, specifically focus on OSHA 1994 in Malaysia. My name is Mohamad RAFIQ, and I'll be moderating today's discussion. We've already heard some great points from OSHA, from our experts on the foundational roles of OSHA legal requirements, and the key features of OSHA 1994. But before we dive deeper into the question and practical examples, I'd like to remind everyone to feel free to ask questions at any time. I will also be facilitating the Q&A session towards the end of the presentation. So, LUQMAN, can you start?
Okay, good day everyone. So today we are delving into an essential topic, the roles of occupational safety and health, or in short term, OSH legal requirements in business management, as well as we are going to discuss the Occupational Safety and Health Act, or OSHA 1934 in Malaysia. So this discussion is very important because workplace safety isn't just a legal obligation but a core aspect of ethical and effective management. Through this dialogue, we'll explore how businesses can ensure compliance while fostering a safer work environment. So without further ado, let's start by discussing the overarching roles of OSH legal requirements in business management.
I agree. Harsh legal requirements are pivotal in modern business operations. They not only aim to protect workers but also create framework that integrate safety into everyday practice. By doing so, companies can minimize risk and enhance overall efficiency. Throughout this session, we'll also highlight practical examples and real-world implications of these requirements.
Absolutely. It is also worth noting that Malaysia's OSHA 1994 has been instrumental in setting safety standards across all the industries. And also it emphasizes preventive measures and shared responsibilities, which we will explore in detail later. So let's begin with a deep dive into how OSHA legal requirements influence business management practices.
Okay, great insights, everyone. Let's dive deeper into the first topic. Lokman, could you kick things off by explaining the foundational role of OSH legal requirements in protecting employees?
Okay, first, let's talk about the foundational role of OSH legal requirements in protecting employees. So, every employee has the right to work in a safe environment. Legal frameworks like OSHA 1994 and the Factory and Machinery Act 1967 ensure that the organization proactively identify and mitigate risks. For instance, companies are required to perform risk assessment and implement controls to address hazards such as chemical exposure, machinery accident, or economy issues.
Exactly, Lokman. Beyond safety, these regulations significantly impact financial aspects of business management. And workplace accidents can result in hefty costs, including medical expenses, compensation claims, and fines for non-compliance. Consider a manufacturing company that fails to adhere to machinery safety guidelines, and a single accident could lead to operational downtime and legal repercussions. By complying with OSHE regulations, business can avoid these costs and operate more efficiently.
Great point, VENOSHA. Another important aspect is the role of OSH requirement is fostering a positive organizational culture. When employees see that their safety is prioritized, it boosts morale and engagement. For example, regular safety drills and training sessions not only prepare workers for emergencies but also show that management values their well-being. This can lead to increased productivity and reduced turnover rate.
Okay, great points, everyone. Now, why not Shara? Could you elaborate more on how OSH requirements influence financial risk and operational efficiency in businesses?
Sure, of course. This regulation also encourage systematic safety management within organization. A structured approach includes clear policies, proper documentation, and continuous monitoring. For example, many industries follow the plan do check act cycle for safety management, like a paperwork that takes safety check. This ensures that safety measures are not just implemented but regularly reviewed and improved.
Hmm, good point, Shara. So let's also discuss how OSH requirements influence stakeholders' relationships. Businesses that comply with safety regulation build trust with clients, investors, and also the public. And now, imagine a construction company bidding for a larger project. Demonstrating a strong safety record can set it apart from competitors and secure the contract. Moreover, adherence to OSHE standards is often a prerequisite for partnership with global firms. How about Lokman?
Well, couldn't agree more. Also, compliance ensures businesses remain sustainable in the long term. The regulatory authorities like the Department of Occupational Safety and Health or DOSH conduct regular inspection. Non-compliance can lead to penalties, reputational damage, and even suspension of operations. In contrast, companies that consistently meet safety standards gain a competitive edge and contribute positively to the economy.
Those are very powerful examples, eh? Okay, let's bring it home with a real scenario. Luqman, could you give us an example of how OSH compliances has directly benefited business performances?
Okay, all right. So let's consider a logistic company introduce a robust safety management system after several vehicle-related incidents. So by focusing on driver training, regular vehicle maintenance, and clear safety policies, they not only reduce accidents but also improve delivery efficiency and customer satisfaction. So this highlights how OSH compliance directly benefits business performance.
I would love to summarize this topic. OSH legal requirements are integral to business management. They protect employees, reduce finance risk, enhance productivity, and build stakeholder trust. Now, let's shift our focus to the occupational safety and health OSHA Act 1994 and its key features.
The Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, or OSHA 1994, is a landmark piece of legal legislation in Malaysia, and its primary goal is to ensure the safety, health, and welfare of workers across all the industries. Unlike the Factory and Machinery Act in 1967, which mainly applies to specific sectors, OSHA 1994 has a broader scope. It applies to virtually all workplaces, from factories to offices.
Okay, I would like to add some more. So, one of the key features of OSHA 1994 is it focuses on preventive measures. So, instead of just responding to accidents, the Act emphasizes hazard identification and risk control. For instance, it mandates employers to conduct regular risk assessment and provide appropriate training to employees. So this proactive approach helps minimize workplace incidents.
Another critical aspect is the shared responsibility between employers and employees. Under OSHA 1994, employees are obligated to provide a safe working environment, educate training, and necessary personal protective equipment (PPE). On the other hand, employees must comply with safety procedures and report hazards. This mutual accountability fosters a collaborative safety culture.
Excellent points from all the members. Okay, now let's explore the regulation and guidelines that supports OSHA 1994. Why not, VENOSHA? Could you give us more details about some of these regulations and their roles in managing specific risks?
Yeah, sure. That's right. OSHA 1994 also requires organizations with 40 or more employees to establish safety and health committees. These committees plays a vital role in addressing workplace safety concerns and facilitating communication between management and staff. For example, a safety committee in a manufacturing plant might identify recurring machinery issues and recommend solutions to prevent accidents.
Okay, alright, so let's not forget about the regulation and guidelines that support OSHA 1994. So we can say that the control of industrial major accident hazard, or SEMA regulation, and the use and standards of exposure of chemical hazardous to health, USECHH regulation, and this this act provide detailed guidance on managing specific risks such as chemical handling or emergency planning.
Do you know that enforcement is another cornerstone of OSHA 1994? DOSH conducts workplace inspection and investigates incidents to ensure compliance. non-compliance can result in severe penalties, including fines and imprisonments. This underscores the importance of adhering to the Act.
Those are some critical aspects of OSHA 1994. So why not, Shara? Could you share a real-world example of how non-compliance led to significant consequences?
Sure. For example, in 2022, a manufacturing company faced significant fines due to multiple violations, including insufficient training and inadequate safety measures. These lapses not only endangered workers but also damaged the company reputation. Compliance with OSHA 1994 could have prevented these issues. So,
Finally,
Venusia, will you add?
yes, of course. Finally, OSHA 1994 also emphasizes continuous improvement. Organizations are encouraged to review their safety practices regularly and adapt to emerging risks. For instance, the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the importance of incorporating health measures such as sanitation protocols and social distancing into workplace safety plans.
I want to further elaborate your point. OSHA 1994 also promotes the concept of employee participation in safety planning. So this includes in conducting regular feedback sessions and involving employees in identifying potential hazards. Such practices empower workers and create a sense of ownership in maintaining a safe environment.
Thank you all for these valuable insights. But before we wrap up, why not, Shara? Could you tell us about the importance of record keeping under OSHA 1994?
Okay, sure. Uh, Adding to this, the Act also requires businesses to keep detailed records of the incidents and safety measures. These records are not just for compliance, but also serve as valuable resources for analyzing trends and improving practices over time. For instance, a construction firm identified recurring incidents during scaffolding work throughout detailed logs, leading to targeted training programs that significantly reduce risks.
Okay, alright. So what I want to conclude from this forum is OSH's legal requirements and OSHA 934 are not just regulatory necessities. They are fundamental to building safe, efficient, and reputable organizations. These laws protect employees, enhance productivity, and ensure businesses remain compliant and competitive.
True, we've seen how OSH legal requirements integrate safety into business management through structured systems, financial risk reduction, and positive workplace culture. OSHA 1994, with its focus on prevention and shared responsibility, provide a robust framework for achieving these goals.
As we conclude, let's remember that workplace safety is a shared responsibility. By complying with OSHA regulations and fostering a proactive safety culture, businesses can protect their greatest asset, which is their people. Thank you for participating in this important discussion, everyone.
Thank you again for all of your valuable contributions. I hope this discussion has shed light on the critical rules of OSH legal requirements and OSHA 1994 in business management. Now, we'd like to open the floor for any question from the audience. Feel free to ask any question related to today's topic.